YouTube? It's your favorite strength and conditioning coach, Coach Erica, coming back for another Topic Tuesday. This week we're going to be going over what everyone wants to know, the number one question every single person ever asked me, any fucking coach across the board. It's going to be, how do I lose weight? Now, this is a kind of question just because, one, most coaches don't want to talk about it because we've talked about it so many time again, and it's just like, but for YouTube and for everyone else, even if you follow me on other channels, you've been following me for years, YouTube, we're starting the fresh, clean slate. So I'm going to be going over every single topic Tuesday I've ever done before in the YouTube channels, more in depth. That way you guys all have a really good understanding of what it is, and that way in case you ever want to know, boom, it's right there on the search list and you can look it up. So let's bring it back in. How to lose weight. This is probably the number one selling point in most training programs and most weight loss programs, and just everything with fitness kind of revolves around this idea of you need to lose weight. And some people, find it offensive. It's kind of a loaded question. It's a sore spot for a lot of us because our weight typically is reflected into our self-worth, how we view ourselves. Unfortunately, not for everyone, but it is what it is. So how to lose weight is the number one selling point with all these programs. Lose weight this way. Oh, this person lost 50 weight. They lost 50 pounds with this diet. You have to do this exercise. Oh, well, if you go to this training camp, you're gonna lose this much weight. And it's just a selling point at this point where it's just like, bam, you're gonna lose this much weight, buy from us. And realistically, losing weight is very simple. Like the biggest secret, and it's not a secret, it just comes down to one simple fact. It's just math. I know we all hate math, but it's just simple math. To lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit. Caloric deficit, talking about calories in, calories out. Those are the two things you need to worry about. So to be in a caloric deficit, there's two different ways you can do this. To be in a caloric deficit through nutrition means that your basic metabolic rate, which is how many calories your body requires to stay alive. Like if I were just to lay in bed all day, not do anything, sleep, relax, my body still requires a certain amount of calories to keep all my organs alive, everything moving around. That is your basic metabolic rate. So just for this purpose, we're not doing real numbers, we're just gonna keep things really simple, okay? That way we can all follow this math. My basic metabolic rate, which it not actually is just for this example, is 1,000, okay? Every single day, it costs me 1,000 calories to keep my body alive. We're gonna look at this like a bank account, all right? So if I am trying to lose weight, I need to be in the negative, so I need to be in the red. So every single day, my body takes out 1,000. What I need to do, nutritionally wise, is put in 1,000. So 1,000 calories for my food intake through the whole day. If I do that, 1,000 out, 1,000 in, I'm gonna hit black, which means I'm going to be at zero, and that is what's called maintenance. To be in a deficit, if I'm taking 1,000 out, I need to put in less than 1,000 nutritionally wise in order to be a balance of negative. So let's say I take out 1,000, I'm only eating, once again, do not eat this amount. This is just for simple numbers. That way we can all follow. Let's say I only eat 500 calories. Once again, don't ever do this. 500 calories. 1,000 minus 500 would give me a negative balance of 500. Therefore, I would be in a caloric deficit of 500, which is what most caloric deficits are kind of suggested. I never personally suggest anyone to go into over a negative 500. So caloric deficit of 500 to 100, that's typically the sweet spot. I don't really suggest going over that unless, of course, you're into competitive sport, but at that point, you know what you're doing, and this is not the conversation for you. Now, to be in a caloric deficit through exercise, which a lot of people actually do, and that's why people suggest exercising, because that way you can still eat a solid amount of food and not have to retract so much. we're gonna look at it the same way. Same basic idea. Once again, these are all fake numbers. Nobody should be eating this at this level. So my metabolic rate is gonna be 1,000. So I take out 1,000. I'm going to go ahead and eat 1,000 calories. So 1,000 plus 1,000, that equals out. We are just maintenance because that is going to be at 0 with black. Now, I do exercise. I went on the Stairmaster for about 40 minutes. I went and burnt 300 calories. So because I burnt 300 calories, that is now going to be a negative. So does this make sense? So I'm still gonna be in a caloric deficit. It's just I got my caloric deficit through exercise. So you have to look at every single day when you're trying to lose weight as a checkbook. What is your basic metabolic rate? What nutrients are you putting back into your body, and are you exercising? And keeping a track of what those exercises are, how many calories. That way you can get a more accurate understanding of what you're actually burning, putting in or out of your body. And that way you can kind of figure out too, like, if I'm struggling losing weight, is it because I'm not hitting that deficit? Or am I too over? Am I surplus? Am I just maintenance? And that's very important when we're looking at this. So when it comes to weight loss, we have to make sure that we're paying attention to all these important things. And remember that it's not gonna be a certain product, it's not gonna be a certain exercise, it's not gonna be some magic potion that all of a sudden it's like, oh, if I just do this, I will lose weight. You have to remember it's very simple. It's just math. And unfortunately, it's either eating less or working out more, which is hard. It is difficult. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, this is easy. It's not. It's difficult. It takes a lot of willpower. It takes a lot of discipline. And that's what's going to get you through it. If you're trying to lose weight, you have to look at things simplistic and things that you can manage. If you're starting off, don't just jump into a 500 deficit weight loss program because it's going to be rough. Start off with 200 and then slowly build up. If that's where your body's like, okay, you know, we're doing okay with 200, but we need to go to 500, then do that. But slowly increment yourself up. Going balls to the wall will not get you there faster. It actually is going to deter you, because what's going to happen is if you change too much, you try to do too much at once, your body is going to go into shock. It's going to go, I don't want to do this. It's going to hurt. It's going to, oh, I can't. You're going to cave. Mentally, you're going to go, I can't do this. Oh my God, I suck. And then you revert, you might binge eat, you might just give up, and then we delay the time. And then time is something we cannot get back. So be mindful with your time. Figure out what you're doing, whether you're going to be eating less or burning more. Pay attention to your calories. Get yourself on a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're not sure where to go, get a trainer. Do get a trainer. I do provide training. You can go ahead, sign up with me in the app. I do one-on-one coaching as well, but I actually work with a nutritionist. So it's not just me doing your diet, but you actually do work with a nutritionist on my site. If you don't want to work with me, that's fine. Go get a trainer, go talk to someone, talk to a nutritionist about a proper diet, research, spend time looking up options, because it's not gonna be, oh, I took this fat burner and all of a sudden, I lost 20 pounds. It doesn't work like that. It's not going to be some special class. And if you are going to focus on exercising, you know, pay attention to also what are your other goals. If your goal is weight loss and okay, I'm going to do weight loss and I'm going to learn it, you know, improve it. If I'm going to do weight loss, I'm going to get it through burning more. Okay, am I doing cardio? Am I doing strength training? I always recommend doing a combination. Do some cardio, do some weights. But that is a topic for another video. Today we're just focusing on weight loss and how to achieve it. So good luck with your plans. If you have questions, drop a comment below, send me an email. If you're looking for a trainer, go ahead, let's go ahead and get you on your goals for 2023, because time is ticking. You never get that back, and today is always a great day to start. Otherwise, thank you, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the help and growth. We're going from here, from all the other channels onto YouTube. So until next time.